Hello, this is my tutorial on how to do the first star of Tall Trend Galaxy in SMT2 any percent quickly. So, let's just go ahead and get started. So, there's a lot of really technical stuff in this star. And I'm mainly going to kind of go over the first couple planets because that's really where all the action takes place. After that, it's pretty simple. The last planet is simple. So, you kind of have two strategies to go about this first planet. I'll start by showing the easier method. So, this is kind of the intended way about going around this stage. So, you can just kind of grab Yoshi and over here, side flip. And you can really do this in a variety of ways. It doesn't matter how you choose to do this. You can probably just basically grab a couple of those fruits and there you go. But if you're too good for that, you can actually climb up the tree without Yoshi, and this is pretty difficult to do fast, and it does take a lot of practice to get down. So, assuming you start from here, you're going to want to do a triple jump from here onto, and then wall jump and spin onto the first trunk like this. The problem is, though, is that since you're starting from right around here and you kind of have to go into an upwards curve, the angle you need is a little bit finicky. I usually kind of hold like a slight... It's like kind of a slight uplift angle. That was a little too far up. It's a really difficult angle to get down. I guess if you want to make things easier, you could try this thing called perpendicular wall jumping, where if you spin at a wall in a certain way, you can basically wall jump off it in a different way. Like here I'm holding slightly right and Mario jumps off slightly right. And if the triple jump doesn't work for you, you can just jump over here and then you can do a side flip or a back flip and then wall jump over the tree. And now from here you have two options to get from here to this next platform. The fastest method is to do a long jump, although this is a little bit more finicky. Basically, you just kind of run at the edge there. That was too close to an angle to the tree. So you want to get up here. You want to kind of angle yourself slightly inwards and then do a long jump and spin to the second branch, which can be a little fickle. It's going to take a lot of work to get the angle down, and also the timing. But it really isn't that specific. You could get it down within a few tries. Like you can be just a little bit short on height and angle and still make it. Although doing it quickly is kind of the hard part. There is another method you could do. This is kind of the old method. I would not recommend doing this, where you do like a backflip spin and then wall jump spin over here. I do not recommend doing that. But if you find that method easier for you for some reason. And if you mess up the long jump, you can just go over here and then do a backwards spin and wall jump spin over the tree. You go up here, long jump over here, and then from here it's really simple. Just backflip, spin, wall jump, spin, and now you're up here. And now you're going to want to get from there to the launch star, and the fastest way to do this is to do a side flip, because doing a backflip is kind of awkward. And when you spin at the tree, you want to kind of be holding slightly towards the right so that Mario's wall jump angle veers off towards the right. So it'll look a little something like this. Alright, so I wall jumped really late there. You want to long jump pretty early. But fortunately, you'll just land back there and you only have to do the first couple of steps again. So yeah, that's a good thing. If you want to be a little bit safe, you can also just do a backflip. And that will work just as well. Although the hitbox of the tree kind of extends out a little bit past the graphic. So it can be kind of awkward. So there you go, that's how you do it treeless. And now what I do here is I just do two backflips, I do a spin to grab the checkpoint, and then I get on Yoshi. Now I'm going to show off the fastest method because it honestly isn't that hard to learn. You just want to kind of jump off here. You want to fall backwards so that you get more momentum. And now that you're here, the combat medal is directly below me. And when you want to get it, you're going to fall off. It's right there. Their goal is you're going to want to fall off, shake backwards, and then do a couple of infinite flutters. If you don't know how to infinite flutter, definitely learn. It's this, where you crouch in midair during a flutter, and that cancels the flutter. You're going to want to do this backwards, though, because this is in 2D. And the problem with that is it's really difficult to flutter backwards, especially in 2D. And if you happen to mess up any part of this flutter, and you have to go forwards, then you're unable to can go backwards again, and that will cost a lot of time because you'll have to grab the blimp fruit again, and that's really slow. So it would look like something like this. It doesn't really matter when you shake, as long as you shake early enough in order to get underneath, in order to get the right amount of height. And that's something I'm not going to grab that. Alright, so if you're too low, and I'll just kind of pretend I'm too low here, you want to grab the blimp fruit, grab the con metal, and then shake. And then you can bounce on the ceiling once and still make it up here using a blimp fruit. It's not that difficult. But if you're going to do this optimally, then the best thing to do is to fall off, shake backwards, do a couple of blimp fruit flyers, just pretend I was high enough there, and then grab the blimp fruit and just head up here. Now this part is actually pretty fun and honestly not that hard to learn. So what you're going to do is, this is the part where you're going to grab the 5 star chips to make the launch star up here. And so while you're falling, you're going to collect this one, and then for the 2 in this section, then that one, and then this will be the final one you collect for specific reasons. So as you're falling, try to eat this thing as you're falling, otherwise it'll get in the way when you're transitioning from this star chip to this star chip. And your goal is to get from here, grab that star chip, bounce on this Goomba, and then grab the other 2 star chips as you're falling. So you're going to jump. I forgot to eat it, so I'm actually just going to... I don't think I can flutter all the way back up. So you want to grab the... I did not show this off the proper way. Okay, so I guess I can try and throw it off again. So you would fall here, eat it, go over here, bounce on the Goomba, and then that would cause you to reset your flutter so you can do a shake, grab that 4th silver star, and then you're going to do a couple of infinite flutters and dismount off of Yoshi right as you enter that area. And then just walk in with you. So I probably didn't explain that too well, so I think I could die, and I'm going to try to show that off the proper way. Okay, you can't die there. I'm actually going to go ahead and restart the level. I'll try to explain this a little bit better. It does, and when you're practicing for this star, it doesn't matter if you watch the cutscenes or not, so you can skip them. So yeah, start from here, and just do it. Okay, I didn't do a triple jump there, so just backward spin on here, long jump, spin, back flip, wall jump, spin. Yeah, and sometimes you kind of have to be a little outward angled, otherwise you get caught on that wall and you lose all your height. There you go. Climbing up the tree without Yoshi really, it just takes a matter of getting used to the jumps. You can also do it. Yeah, that's the method some people use, but I'm really inconsistent with that triple jump. Alright, so here's the proper coming double grab. Try to go really high on that first flutter. You want to be able to cross that in only 200 flutters anyway. So here's the start section. You jump down, eat this guy, flutter, bounce on the Goomba, grab this, shake backwards, grab this, and then do a couple of infinite flutters forward, and then grab that 5th star chip. And that's that part done at full speed. It really is just a matter of just knowing where everything is and how to execute the moves. And then from here, you can just long jump forward, grab the checkpoint, and then just ground pound all the way down because you don't have Yoshi. And you can ground pound, and Yoshi's already here. The rest of this level is really, really simple. You just grab the blimp fruit and just float up. Try to have your Wii remote over the next blimp fruit you want to grab. And for this blimp fruit grab, you want to shake out of it early with the nunchuck so that you still have your Wii remote pointing at the blimp fruit, and you won't have to deal with the Wii cursor possibly going all over the place because of the shake. And then once you're near the end, you can just dismount off of Yoshi at the very end, and there you go. I hope I explained that well enough. If you have any questions about Tall Trump 1 or if any part of it is messing you up, just leave a comment and I'll try and answer to the best of my ability. And I hope this serves well as a good tutorial for anybody wanting to learn Tall Trump 1 for SMT2 any %. Thanks for watching.